Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up? You already know what it is, man. It's your man, PapaZoe with the PapaZoe Show. I got my special guest in the building with me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, you already know, live in color, King Road Haven,
In the building. In the building. And of course, my guest don't need to be introduced. You feel me? But he gonna introduce himself anyway. Letting people know who the hell is in the building.
This is Big Jim, body by Big Jim, dropping big gems and jewels.
That's what it is. Before we take off, Jim, you gotta pop this belly up, man.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem with that.
We're gonna do it right. We're gonna do a little drinking. I know, you know what I'm saying? I know
this is how we do it.
Okay.
Don't break it. It is.
It is.
So strong, I thought he gonna break the whole top off.
Nah, we're just gonna make it. You ready? Let's toast up real quick. Hold it up. I'm toasting to Big Jim, one of the original. Ain't nothing but, we're gonna call it elevation.
Elevation. Big pressure.
Right. From here on up.
That's it. Don't let this good taste fool you, man. It'll get you right. It'll get you right now.
Off the rip.
Off the rip, it'll get you right. We'll get you right. Okay, she over there. She over there.
Let me clear my throat.
Yeah.
Get you right. Get your head right. Get your
Don't let it sneak up on you now. Because he will sneak up on you.
Okay. That's the one you're gonna get.
First and foremost, tell us about you, you know what I'm saying, about your experience training, you know what I'm saying, over the years.
Well, I always had uncles that had big arms, uncles and friends. I seen big arms, nice chest, and I always, when I was young, I say I like that. I like that look.
Right,
I want some of that look. You know what I'm saying? And so when I was about 12 years old, you know what I'm saying, I bought me a set of weights and started working out in the backyard. Getting myself together and everything,
Right.
And on down the road, off and on, I kept doing it. You know what I'm saying? Until one day, the road got thin, came to an end, you know what I'm saying? Went to prison about 29 years, and while I was in there, I had fellas to teach me bodybuilding, right, for a quarter, and another fella taught me powerlifting for a quarter, and with my own ingenuity and creativity, you know what I'm saying, I added on to that there. I always been working out hard, but I never knew how to train smart, you know what I'm saying? And with that knowledge came understanding and experience. See what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what the world is looking for, the knowledge that I have to be able to compete with other people who's on steroids, supplements, or whatever it might be that they have, you know what I'm saying? I use my knowledge to compete with the youth, whatever you're doing, you know what I'm saying? I'm bringing my knowledge to the table.
Okay. So what made you, what made you, you know what I'm saying, like, just where you just had your mind focused and be like, I'm going to do this?
Well, I ran into a lot of ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? Doing this and that there, working and stuff like that there. And it was always, some other type of conflict here and there, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the road. And I just got tired and I was just like, let me go ahead and do what the Lord called me to do, because I kept trying it, off and on. And, it just didn't work out the way I thought it would be, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have the knowledge and experience about the business, how I go and everything. But, I just thought it was just going to be like, a snap of the finger, you know what I'm saying? Like always, you know what I'm saying? And it didn't, the rules was different. So once I started learning a little bit about the rules and stuff like that, I got my feet wet, you know what I'm saying? Or, about training and, how the program go, I just say, hey, this is what I was called to do, so I'm going to stick with it. Thick and thin. I'm not settling for anything less.
That's it. That's it.
Because people told me before, they say, man, look here, if you start doing this, you start doing that, you're gonna get caught up into it. First thing 6 months went by, a year, 2 years, and time just gonna keep on passing by, and you're gonna miss your dream. Opportunity present itself, and I just felt like I would felt real bad if I would die with all this knowledge and experience inside of me and not share it with the world. You see what I'm saying?
Like
and I just said, hey, look here, the Lord gonna steer you in the right direction, and He gonna allow this to happen, that to happen, to get you on the right path. It's a lot of things that you had to get out of your system before you could, get on that right path and enjoy that journey. You know what I'm saying? Some people jump on the journey and not ready for that journey. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, how often and how long you recommend training? You know what I'm saying? Weekly.
Weekly, I train like I recommend training like 4 times a week. Especially if you're a male. Females, no more. They could do 3 to 4 times a week. 3 times a week, upper body, lower body, and their back. Those are the main mandatory body parts. 3 men's like do shoulder, back, chest, and legs. You know what I'm saying? 4 times a week, an hour a session, you know what I'm saying? And that's the most I recommend, you know what I'm saying? Because other than that, you got to allow your muscles to heal.
About cardio, though. About cardio.
Cardio. Well, basically, I do all forms of exercise at one time, which is powerlifting, bodybuilding, yoga, cardio, you know what I'm saying? I combine it all at one time, right? So I don't have to come back and do cleanup work. So I like to utilize my energy effectively and wisely. I don't just do strictly cardio by itself. I always add the strength training along with it, getting 2 for 1. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a one-trick pony. You see what I'm saying?
Raven, you be working out. You be on it now.
You don't want to be a one-trick pony just doing cardio. A lot of people do cardio and it causes them to lose a lot of muscle mass, and you're using energy and strength. I like to use all my energy and strength, like I say, effectively and wisely, because all I want to do is spend 1 hour in that gym, when I'm training. I don't want to come back later and do this, come back later and do that, do separate workouts, stuff like that. Do it all in one. I get it down to a science. You see what I'm saying? Where I do everything at the same time. So I might, I use speed, power, balance, timing, coordination, and control movements. You know what I'm saying? It's like every exercise you do has the most muscular pose to it, and I go through the form motion of each exercise doing the most muscular pose, especially keeping my core in tight, controlling your core, your stabilizing muscle that helps get you oxygen and power to each muscle you're getting ready to utilize. So that's the most important thing.
So what do you recommend? You recommend fast or slow training? What do you recommend?
My methodology is to use speed and power, because if you go slow, you want to work those muscles, right? Pump blood into those muscles. You don't want to just burn those muscles out going slow, doing negatives. I want to use all my energy and strength to build muscles, to pump more blood into those muscles on each rep. So I recommend using speed rather than doing slow motion. I only do slow motion or controlled movements, right, with grace when I'm training my abs only. Those muscles I want.
So you're doing like so let's say, so you're doing your reps. You're doing the sets and everything rep fast. Everything you're doing it fast.
Yes, speed and power, because you want to rep for muscle mass. You want to pump, like I say, pump blood into those muscles. The faster you could do it. If you're going to hold that weight in your hand for 20 seconds, I'd rather get at least 20 reps out of that set than to get 5 or 10. Because 5 or 10 is going to allow so much blood to get pumped into that muscle, and then it's going to come back down. But if I go fast, it's going to pump it up, keep pumping it up, blowing air in a balloon with a small porthole on the other end where it's coming out slow. But I just keep pumping more and more that's how your muscles work. They're going to keep getting bigger and bigger and stronger and tighter and definer, and they're going to have to adjust and handle that weight, that pressure and tension that you're putting on the muscles every time, because you're going to get stronger every week. So you don't want it to go up and come back down. I want it to keep going up, up, and up.
How you learn all this, Jim? How you know all this, man?
I did a little reading and studying research on what I seen other people do, from people that I use as idols, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
back in the days, Lee Haney, Ronnie
Yeah.
Coleman, people like them, and I look at their pictures and everything, and I wanted to combine everything that they had, the best of what they had. I wanted to combine everything together into one.
Mm.
So,
Damn.
that's why, come with the mythology of, train like a machine. Your body is just like clay. You could train it to mold it, to shape it just exactly how you want it to be. You see what I'm saying? With the mind to the muscle control and control breathing, learning how to train on a cycle, that increases your strength, size, definition, as if though you was on steroid with the same effects.
Yeah.
So when you say control breathing, what you
Yeah.
mean by that?
Yeah.
Control breathing, it's like you breathing through your diaphragm. You're getting oxygen to the muscles and bracing that muscle with power so that it can explode as if though you was getting ready to do your maximum lift, one time lift. And you just do it repetitively, right? To build muscle mass, to build muscle separation, definition, toning and defining the muscles. So every rep, you just pushing harder and harder, faster. You see what I'm saying? Speed, power, balance, timing, control, movement, like boom, boom, just like a machine do.
How important is breathing though? How important is breathing to work out?
Breathing is very important to working out because just as important it is to doing the exercise itself, you must get those muscle oxygen on every rep. Because if you don't get those muscle oxygen, you're gonna force them to work without oxygen, and they're gonna go into a cardiac arrest at the end of the set, and it's gonna prolong the next set. So just like how you have to do control breathing on a one-time lift, if it was your maximum lift, you got to get that muscle oxygen because you don't want to hold your breath for a long time, right? And not getting the muscle. Well, oxygen breathing allow you to call on every muscle you're getting ready to utilize to help perform that exercise from the beginning to the end. So you got to be able to breathe under pressure. So under pressure, you holding a heavy weight, you want to take that vacuum in. That's calling on every muscle you're getting ready to utilize, master muscle control, right? You embrace every muscle you're getting ready to utilize, your stabilized muscle, your stationary muscle, your secondary muscle, your assisted muscle, all help to build your primary muscle. And then you explode with speed and power and quick release.
Okay, you say primary muscle. What is your primary muscle?
If you're doing bench press, it'll be your chest. If you're doing back, it'll be your lats. If you're doing legs, it'll be, your quad muscle. Those are primary muscles. Back, legs, chest, shoulders are secondary assistant tying muscles for your back and chest. But, the large, stronger muscles are your primary muscles.
So you would suggest to do more reps and less sets, or more sets and less reps?
I would prefer doing more reps and more sets, right? To be very effective. I want to torture my muscles.
Damn.
Because I don't want to.
Damn.
I don't want to train them and condition them because every week you got to go up and put more pressure on it. So wherever you start out at, right, percentage-wise, you got to keep increasing every week so that the muscles always stay in shock and always continue to build, strengthen, and tone and define.
Okay.
All right, so
what would you say the fastest way to build your legs? 'Cause I see a lot of people you see them, they good up there,
right.
But then when you come down here, they be like, what they standing on?
Right. And one of my favorite and best exercises in the gym and outside the gym is body squats. Body squats allow you to full range of motion, right? All the way up and down with the weight on your heels, tension on your hamstring, lowering your hips all the way down, inhaling all the way down to where you stop it, and do a hip thrust off of your heels, right? Hamstring and the thigh muscles, right? And glutes coming back up, right? And it allow you to bang your core, right? Using a large strong muscle to bang your core, right? And you don't have to set up and be inconvenienced, with the bar, this, that, and other, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It allows you to go up and down like a sewing machine, right? Doing 2 sets a minute. I do it for like 30 minutes, right? And go up on the reps every week where you're cutting down your rest period, right? And you're increasing the reps. And that's my cardio and strength training at the same time. And it keep your waistline and your core in tight the whole time.
Okay.
So that's where,
So I could actually get my legs big just by doing body squats.
Yeah, you get your legs big, strong, as big as you want them, as strong as you want them, as tight as you want them, defined as you want them. Yeah, body squats.
Okay.
Full range motion.
Okay.
Up and down like a sewing machine.
Explain the difference between full extension rep and short repetition.
Well, the difference between the full extension reps and the short reps is you do full extension reps if you're preparing for a contest, you know, like powerlifting, you know, you want to do your full range motion, or if you were just training in general, you want to do full range motion. And there's different forms like of short reps, you know, it's for like getting a quick pump or, you know, time under tension or hypertrophy exercise, you know, where you're holding the reps for a long period of time as long as you could, right? Pumping more blood into the muscles, right? And you're still trying to stretch and flex as much as possible, you know, as you can while you're doing even a short version.
Okay.
You know, it's not intended to be short, but it's intended to be quick. You see what I'm saying? And the full range motion, it just take more time, more power. You see what I'm saying? But it's like I say, for more like powerlifting, you could count on those reps. Okay. You see what I'm saying? But the short ones work just as effective, especially for like different people who want to get those very mature muscles and the veins, the striations and separations, you know, that deep cut.
Okay.
Who's this these two fellas just popped in, man. Let them introduce themselves real quick, man.
All right, come on with it.
Come on with it, man. You know, y'all popped in late.
Everybody,
you know, I put y'all on the scene, man.
Well, pardon my soul, big fella. Pardon my soul.
What's up, baby? What's happening?
Man, I'm here, man.
That's it, man. So what's your name? And so the people could know, and also what do you do? You know, 'cause I see you on the video with Jim now. You know what I'm saying? I see you beating him up the other day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I seen you beating him up. I'm like, damn, he beating up my dog. Damn, man, I need to come on down there to the beach where he at, you know? Yeah, man, but go ahead, man. Let the people know, man. Please, man.
Man, I'm Ty. That's what they call me out here.
Okay.
You know what they would call me a lot of other things too, but
okay. And you from Dade?
I'm from Dade.
You from Dade?
I'm from Robin Hood, Brown.
Robin Hood.
You better know it. You heard
For
it?
sure.
Okay. You know.
I'm one of them Zoes that's from everywhere.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. I definitely did my homework.
Okay.
Much respect too.
For sure.
Nah, but like I said, man, I'm just me, man. You know.
That's it.
They call me the dog man,
fitness
girl, and all that. You know.
Okay.
So you know, I do whatever Jimmy want me to do.
That's it.
That's my young jit that pushed me out there on them weights, you know, get me to jump out there and chase behind him, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, he ain't no joke when it come to working out. He one of the little silverbacks.
How about you, man? How about you over here?
I'm the third generation.
You the third generation?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm the third generation. I want to come.
Oh, okay.
He come right up in the footsteps.
I'm out the sub.
You got the sub?
Yeah.
Wow, sub already. Already. All that. I like.
They
So
came here, I thought they was on the blood game or something.
They came with that red on.
I mean,
Yeah.
that and some.
The sub, I done stayed in the sub too.
Okay.
I stayed right down 51st and 23rd. It used to be Tiger Stop. I don't know what they call it now, but I stayed right across the street in the buildings right there. Yeah. Like in 90, 91.
Okay.
Yeah. Brown sub. Boy, look at him. I was everywhere. I used to be everywhere. I was one of the nations that was everywhere, man.
You was curious.
Everywhere.
You tried to see what was happening.
Then when Jim had the, like I said, when he had the Lincoln, I had the box Chevy. I'm like, man, this nigga with all this goddamn booming and shit, man. I pull up with the box Chevy, that nigga shut me down. I'm like, God damn. You know, boy, man, there's some good old days though, man, you know.
Sir.
And you go back and you just like, it's a blessing that we here.
Right. Yep.
It's a blessing that we here, man. We're able to talk about it right now. And you know, you doing what you doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you got your guys with you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. That's awesome, man. I'm glad when I seen you, right? You know what I'm saying? That's Jim. Shit. I need to bring my dog over here. You know what I'm saying? And then that was it. And then when I reached out to you, you was more happy to come, man. And I appreciate you for coming, man. I really do. Because I need people to know, like, the people that, you know, that's vibe with what we got going on over here. I needed them to know. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody that consider me, I consider them as family. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
You know, I know they got a love for me. You know,
already, man.
And I appreciate that.
Man, no doubt, man. No doubt.
They reach out to you by name. Hey, look here. It's a great feeling.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know, I want to reach out to people. You know, my heart is to reach out to people. You know, all over the world, professional athletes. You know, celebrities, whoever it is, beginners. You know, people just interested in working out, getting their body, you know, right. You know, condition. Was it trained for competition or you know just in general? You know what I'm saying? You know, you just want to have part of this lifestyle. You know, I'm here. That you want to, be part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
all you got to do is, holler at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm approachable. You know.
Already.
On all levels.
Always been like that.
Yeah.
Always, you know what I'm saying? People used to be like, look at you, damn, look at that. But humble as hell,
Look here.
I already know.
The Lord gave me this gift as a blessing, and I appreciate Him giving it to me, and I know He's going to steer me in the right direction to people, who could utilize it. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. I got water. If y'all boys need water now, I got water.
Take a water.
Water.
Take a water.
Y'all want that?
I got a gym.
That up, big dog. Appreciate that.
I gotta make sure y'all good, huh?
Yes, sir.
I usually slow down on my drinking,
Yeah.
but when you got somebody like over here, I gotta drink too, so I'm drinking.
You can respect that, though.
Yeah, you know what too? Beach. I see you. What's going on? I see you. You got like you got a gym over there on the beach.
Yeah, we got over there on South Beach, Muscle Beach. We finna turn that thing up just like it is in California. Muscle
Right.
Beach. We're gonna bring the crew out there. We're gonna bring the crowd out there. We're gonna start training out there. You know what I'm saying? Sunday morning, 9 o'clock. Every Sunday, 9 o'clock.
It's only one day a week.
One day a week. Well, we could make it, as many times as necessary. They want to be out there. We could turn that thing up. Each and every day. That's what my lifestyle about. You know what I'm saying? If it's got to do with training, I'm there.
Cause when I look at your videos, I see some of your videos, and I like, you got everybody be over there, you know what I'm saying, get involved with it.
And
two soldiers over here, they right there, you know what I'm saying? And
on his hip.
That's it. On his hip. Already.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it, man. God damn. I want to say on his hip.
Right.
That's what you talk about. That's a day one. You know what I'm saying? Like people get a definition of day one wrong. To me, a day one is not somebody that you known since y'all was shortest. A day one is somebody that been solid from the day you met them.
Right.
That kept it 100 from the day. That's me. That's my day one.
Right.
Because you got people that, you know what I'm saying, they grew up together and they slime. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you got that, you know what I'm saying, you got that soldier, you know what I'm saying, you know him from day one, and it's like this right, this like nephew right here. You feel me?
That's
cousin right here. You
That's
feel me? Because since 1991, I know, you know what I'm saying? We known each other. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And he did a nice little loan bid too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
He did a loan bid too, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
he came home and, and he here. And we,
help you get your mind right.
You feel
Help you get your mind right. Get you in the right gear, in the right direction, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we need that little quiet time, peaceful time, to hear the voice of God.
When I did my bid, when I did mine, man, that was like I'm going to tell y'all something. That was the best thing that could have happened to me.
Yeah, and I feel the same way.
I'm sorry to say it. My wife be like, why you always be going back on when you was in prison? Babe, that keeping me grounded.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That keeping me grounded. You don't know
grounded.
The thing that I learned in prison, like going to the drug program, going to the drug class, the thing that I learned about the thinking, irrational thinking, if you do this, would this cause you to this and that? This stuff, I take that every day with me. Every day I live in my everyday life, so I don't make these crazy decisions. Exactly. I go back to the drug program, to the thing I learned, and there, and I ain't gonna do this. Hell no, them crackers, I'll be back to them crackers.
Sometimes it take you a while to humble you. because I was one of them, you know what I'm saying? It took me that long to humble me to get my attention.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'd have got back out real quick, you know what I'm saying? You know.
Ain't no telling what with what.
And yeah.
But you know what though, Jim? I'm gonna say it like this, right? Like it's always running before destruction.
Right.
And then, you know, when I went in 90, I think it was 93. I came home in 99. Okay. And it was crazy. If you like going to the joint, it's either gonna make you a better person or it's gonna make you like, boy, I don't connect with this, you know what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, I ain't gonna be here be like, you know, whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Right. But I got my warning and destruction in like 202. You feel me? I got my warning. I was like, nah, let me leave this, you know. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me live my life righteous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it's like, this is the best thing.
Right.
Best decision that I made.
Right.
You feel me? And then prison taught me who my friend is, who really my family is. It's just like, man, you gotta, man, it's like, that was the best thing ever happened to me.
Right. You know, the Lord gonna always give you, you know, guidance, and Spirit gonna lead you, guide you, tell you, you know, the right way and the wrong way, and you're gonna have to make another choice from there. You know what I'm saying? And you know, some things the good gonna outweigh the bad, and you're gonna say, man, look here, I gotta leave that bad alone if I wanna, you know, stay alive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. If I wanna keep going.
You don't wanna head down that road of destruction, and if you don't change them ways, look here. It's not gonna
it ain't gonna be good. The result ain't gonna be good. Right. The result ain't gonna be good.
Yep.
Have you let me ask you, have you ever taken any type of steroid or creatine or I remember when I was in prison, we used to take creatine in there. You know what I'm saying? We had a way, but we were getting it in, and when I was, you know what I'm saying? Because when I went in the joint, weighing like 380 pounds. Yeah. And then I came home like 240.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm finna tell you now. I'm finna tell you now. I'm finna tell you now. Hey, I'm finna tell you something that's finna mess y'all up right now. I came home at 240, right? Now, I'm home, I'm doing my thing, whatever. I had got up to 460 pounds.
Oh yeah?
And down, I done come down.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I just had 2 knee surgery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because knee replacement surgery, you feel me? So, and I done went from 460, now I'm like 290 right now.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I always been accused of taking steroids and TRT, HGH, and I just recently heard of them names. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what it is.
I don't even know what it is. I can't even tell you now one form of this or one form of that. You know, much less even vitamins. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, I spent a little money on vitamins and I ain't feel no different before or after. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm wasting my money. You know, I need something. If it ain't kicking in like a turbo booster, let me save my little money and go buy me some food and eat it. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's been working for me. You know, like I say, with the knowledge that I have, I say, I compete with people with my knowledge. I have knowledge that, I feel like other people don't have because it's not in the books, and hopefully soon, one day, I'm going to write books about it, you know what I'm saying? Do videos and everything, the TV shows, you know what I'm saying? About the knowledge that I have, of when I train, how I'm able to compete with other people that's, stronger than me, bigger than me, or cut up more than me, stuff like that there, how I'm able to compete with them on their level. You see, with my knowledge, know how to train, because everybody train hard, but not everybody train smart. And I want to train both smart and hard.
Tell them.
You see what I'm saying?
Tell them.
To get the best of both worlds. So that's why I use every form of exercise at one time, getting it down to a science. Everything has an art and science to it. Just like karate, you ain't going to learn karate from just watching the movies. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have to...
You did karate. Didn't you do karate? Then you
I did basic karate, yeah.
You did some, cause Jim, I remember you back in the days. I used to dress like the Kung Fu Man, boy. Hey man, I remember you guys. I know that. Ain't nobody gonna tell me about Big Jim now. I know Big Jim now because I was one of them Haitians that was in the street. That was out there. You feel me?
Yeah, I had a little, speed and power with these hands, feet, stuff like that. They will go to work, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In defense,
Big Jim done been a lot of niggas down, boy. Superstar, Roller Tech, and all that. Nigga. Hey, stop playing, boy. This Haitian knows a lot. Shit.
I ain't gonna be the laughing stock, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to be,
them Eminem boots. I remember you had some Eminem boots one time, nigga. You remember them Eminem boots, nigga? Yeah, I remember him saying nigga, you think I ain't say that. Let me be quiet, man. I ain't gonna say no more. Let me be quiet, man.
They know what you're talking about. Record speak for itself.
Yeah. Hey man, this
you know,
nice.
you know.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Saying, but now, everything is humble under control.
Peaceful.
Under control now. That's a beautiful thing about it.
Man.
When you can have power and humble with control with it, you know what I'm saying? The Lord, allow you, certain gifts, you got to use them in the proper way.
Mm-hmm.
When you misuse them, it's not going to turn out good for you. Whenever you think you know
one thing I always say, Jim, I always say, right, everybody use everybody.
Right.
Everybody use everybody. But the problem comes when you start misusing people and abuse people.
Right.
That's the problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? You got something going on. Oh, he got something going on. You know what I'm saying? We use each other. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But when you start misusing people and abusing people, man, then that's a problem.
Right.
And our people that see it now like, and I let you hang yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I am. I'm a Libra, and I like to share. I'm gonna give you the same. I'm gonna give you the same love you give me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give you less.
It's a two-way street.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a two-way street.
When you show me love, I'm gonna show you that same love in return.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm never jealous or envious of a person. You know what I'm saying? I want them to have. I want us to build together. Share together. Like family. That's what's important to me in life. You see what I'm saying? Building friendship, building a bridge, not burning them down, tearing them down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have did some foolish things in my life that I can't even imagine how in the world I got to that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had to, like probably kick myself in the, you know what I'm saying? For, what was you thinking? What was you doing? I mean, I'm like on a self-destructive road, but hey,
do you do like bodyguard work?
I did bodyguard work.
Will you still do that right now?
Yeah, I still do it right now.
I'm gonna keep you in mind because I got some artists that I manage that comes in town. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna keep you in mind. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna keep you in mind, man. Put some money in your pocket.
Been doing that basically all my life.
Yeah, put some money in your pocket.
Bodyguard, security guard, whatever guard, Yeah. Muscle guard.
Yeah. What I'm talking about.
Bodyguard.
What I'm talking about.
That's right.
Yeah. Because I remember one time I think you was at a Rolex one time.
Yeah, I was at the Climax one time.
The Climax, yeah.
I remember that.
Shout out to Big D. Big D told me to tell you what's up.
All right. Shout out to Big D. Shout out to what's up.
Big D like, man, boy, I see you got my dog gonna be on that G, man, my nigga. We stay right behind each other, dog. So shout out to Big D. He told me to tell you what's up, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, just about everybody that ran across me in life remember me, like as if though it was, day one. Like how you say day one.
Day one, yeah.
And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, it's all
what a feeling,
Over here, man, like my show is like I don't put on no act.
Right.
It's authentic.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It's organic.
Right.
It's like I always say this, right? In life, when you make decisions using your mind, it could lead you wrong. When you make decisions using your heart, it could lead you wrong. Well, you make decisions using your mind and your heart, it ain't gonna lead you wrong.
Right.
That's my motto and thing.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That's why whenever I make a decision, I use my mind and my heart. I can't make it with just with my heart. I can't make it with my mind because it might go wrong.
Right.
So I got to use both.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, man,
jump to conclusions.
And then that's it, man. And then you come,
jump to a conclusion and act off of it, man.
And then for you to come on the show, and then you don't even drink, and for you to take a sip and help you pop, we pop the bottle together. That means a lot to me.
Right. Okay.
Because I know you on your. That's why I text you. I said, "Yo, we drinking now. We popping." You never respond. You never respond to my text. I said, "That nigga don't drink. That nigga ain't drinking. You on his health."
Man, say no.
That nigga ain't respond to my text. I'm like, damn. But you know what I'm saying. But for me to go ahead and just do it, and you take a sip, that means a lot to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't drink. I really don't slow down on my drinking.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But I rep what I rep. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And then, just to show, and then you for you to take a sip, that means a lot.
I think it might have been the '80s, the early '80s. Since I took it.
That means a lot to you. You know what I'm saying? Your boys, they like, nah, I didn't give them no water. I had to give them more water.
That's what I was gonna drink, the water.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
but I ain't want to be disrespectful. You done set this whole thing up. Look good. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt me. It ain't gonna kill me. It don't do nothing to me. I ain't gonna get nothing out of it.
Appreciate you, man.
But hey, for the celebration,
for the bottom of my heart,
for this type of event, I got to go with it. You know what I'm saying? I got to go with it.
Man,
that's awesome.
Man, you don't know, man. It's to have you people. A lot of Dade County niggas don't understand who the fuck this is. When I can't wait for this show. This show gonna be up on Monday. It's gonna get edited, and my man right there, high criteria over there, Adrian. That's my director, my producer. He makes everything go. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Drink Champ also. He also worked for Drink Champ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I got to give him his prop. And I can't wait for this episode to be up on Monday. And you know what I'm saying? Rohaven over here. I'm missing two of my co-hosts. Two of my other co-hosts. Right. One's in Panama.
Right. Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? And the other one, she had a little issue. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, but Rohaven always my backup. He always right there. That's Cuzzo.
Right.
You feel me? So, and then just... Man, it's like, I'm happy, man.
As long
I'm
as
happy that you came
together,
honestly.
That's all you need to stand,
That's it.
Two. I got to say one thing, though. All these dudes got these dunks, got these trunks banging. That dude right there was the first one. And they kind of, hands down, with the most bass in one car I ever seen.
Him and Blue.
I can't believe he can still hear right now.
Him and Blue.
Yeah, Blue.
Blue is another one.
Yeah. But man.
And Blue, Carlos too. Carlos with the checker cab. You remember Carlos with the checker cab?
Yeah.
Carlos too.
I put the music in Blue Car.
You put the music in Blue Car?
Yeah, me and him. That's how it started with me and him battling each other with the 6x9s in front of Superstar Roller. Right?
I live right around the corner. That I was right there with Party Down TJ, with Slick making all them, JoJo and all them. Like I tell you, I'm one of them Haitians that been out here.
Right. Out here.
You feel what I'm saying? Been out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them Haitians that been out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, back then, shit was crazy for the Zoes. But I ain't really never had no problem. Because a lot of my homies was Yanks.
Right.
A lot of my niggas I fuck with number American niggas.
Right. And I went to Edison, you know what I'm saying?
You went to Edison.
So it was nothing but Haitians.
You feel me? So it was like,
you know what I'm saying? They was very cool people. They, they wasn't, you ain't got to worry about them trying to do nothing behind your back or something or nothing like that, none of that grimy stuff. It was all, good and dandy, friends and family, you know what I'm saying? We hung out together and everything.
That's what it was. That's exactly what, man. Listen, man. This is Dade County.
Right.
This Dade County shit right here. You feel this real Dade County shit, man.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas, man. Hey, boy, I can't wait for this to air. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for this to air. I'm excited.
Yeah, I was supposed to
get that thing. I'm excited, man.
But dude begged me to get it patented, and I was just back then young, and making money all day, I'm like, man, I'm not finna be locked down to no 9 to 5 or none of this, that, none of, I'm enjoying my life the way it is, one day at a time, work a little bit and have a lot of fun. You know?
That's it. Enjoying life,
myself.
Man. You know, it's like right now in this time in our life. I'm 60, you 62.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And it's like my life had never been more peaceful. You know what my day. Let me tell you what my daily thing. My wife's tired of me. My daily thing is, I go to the gym in the morning. I go to water aerobics.
Right.
She you. I go to water aerobics for these knees because I just got these knees, surgery on.
Right.
And I come home. I was in front of my house smoking my cigar and just vibing, listen to Haitian music or old music, whatever, or a throwback. That's it. And my wife be like, "Oh, somebody got to work over here." She's at work. I just want to just enjoy life. Right now, my life is so peaceful. Right. Peace is something that you can't buy.
Exactly. When you have peace, you have content.
You got everything.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt when I say, hey, I'm not working for nobody. I'm not doing. Look, what I'm doing for now is lifestyle, is exercising. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing nothing else. I'm not doing nothing else to take me away from them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From that day, I had peace and contention. You know what I'm saying? Look here. I'm going to enjoy every day, one day at a time.
And you know another thing, Big Jim? People don't get it. It don't take no money to have peace.
Exactly. It don't.
It don't take no money to have peace.
Peace and happiness. You know what I'm saying? And it's a gift. It's definitely a gift. It's a joy too.
But sometimes, man, I gotta ride from Peter to pay Paul.
Look here, there's nothing wrong with that.
You feel me?
You still got your peace.
But I got my peace though.
Yeah. You can't buy that. You could have a whole lot of money and still don't have no peace.
Yeah, no peace. Then how be miserable.
When people say don't take their peace away from them, it's something very serious. Don't take that peace away from them. Don't wake up that giant.
Yeah. Let me ask you, what sets you different from the way you coach as a trainer and other trainer coach? What sets you different?
Well, when I train a person, what I actually do is try to put my mind into their body. Like I say, if I had that body with this knowledge, how would I be training to get it to where I want it to be? And I also take what information, how they want their body to be into consideration. So I might want you to look one way, but you might want to look another way. So you're going to take a portion of what I'm telling you because you know your circumstance of your body, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to what, I'm trying to turn you up to be. So, but anyway, I try to, put that knowledge that I have, into that body to transform it exactly how they want it to be. You see what I'm saying? It's with knowledge, like I say, train the person with the knowledge of, controlled breathing, mind to the muscle control, right? And training them on a cycle, training their body like it's a machine. You see what I'm saying? It's about that knowledge, running every little muscle through your mind on every rep. You see what I'm saying? Like I say, you got to know all your stationary muscles, your stabilizing muscles, your secondary muscles, your assistant muscles, all to help build your primary muscle. And you got to call on all of them on every rep. And that's what I do. Some of them I train with them just to show them, that it could be done. Give them inspiration, motivation. I might do 2 reps till they 1. Just let them know that, hey, you know what I'm saying? If I could do double what they're doing, they're going to at least try to pull that other half, and go. I could train like a machine. I could take it to any level, you know what I'm saying? I could turn it up, I done been with some, guys, these young guys, they rev that motor, you know what I'm saying? They, look here, they will jump out there. And we'll both be crash dummies. You know what I'm saying?
I got one last question for you. I got one last question. How long you think it'll take for somebody to get a body like yours?
Well, usually anywhere from like 9 weeks to 16 weeks at the longest. Yeah. Even a person like you, 16 weeks at the longest.
I'll be cut up like you.
Yeah.
And my knee ain't ready yet, Jim. You know, I'm just recuperating from my knee surgery.
Right.
You know, I had one done. I had this one done in October, and I had this one done in February. And it takes about a year for them to be really like the muscle, everything get together, you know. But I'm coming to you in a year when these things get right. Nigga, I want my body, I want these. What?
Right, because you're gonna see your body transform every week. Every week. Like I say, my training program, it build muscle and burn fat at the same time. You see what I'm saying?
But Jim, I don't want to be too muscle. I like being thick.
Okay.
You know, little thickness. You know, my wife loves this little thickness I got. You know, so I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Just
a person like you don't need to lift no heavy weight. It's just about doing reps.
Lightweight,
lightweight with reps.
Yeah.
You use the same weight and just keep going up on the reps every week. Your muscles can handle that with ease.
Boy,
get stronger, toner.
Let these knees get right. I'm coming to you.
Right. And so, you know,
whatever
body part you could utilize. You know what I'm saying? You improvise on your workout. You see what I'm saying? Even with bad knees. I always had the imagination, you know, I watch a lot of Bruce Lee movies, and I've seen him where he was paralyzed and blind, and how he was able to rebuild, you know what I'm saying? Even back in the day, watching the $6 Million Man, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, look here, when you get in that circumstance, I done been paralyzed before myself, you know, temporarily paralyzed and all this type of stuff. And I say I would not leave myself in that position or condition. You know, I'm coming up out of it. I'm going to be whole, you know, rebuild his body, make it bigger, stronger, toner, and definer, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I keep going every year. You see year after year, you know what I'm saying? Not that I train every year, but when I do train, I don't want to look the same way I looked the last time. I got pictures for that. So I want to add and build onto this foundation. That's how I'm able to continue to build stronger, toner, and definer muscles. And even from the day I'm advanced stage that I'm in, 62, I'm still gonna be building on top of this mountain.
You sent me a picture. You sent me a picture, right? And when I seen it, I said, look at this show off ass nigga here. You sent me a picture. You know, with you with the Lincoln, with you with the Lincoln, and you fucking like this. I said, look at this show off ass nigga right there. Yeah, nigga, I know you, nigga. I know you, and I know. Hey man, hey Jim, man, hey man. All I gotta say, man, I thank you, man, for coming to the show. I appreciate you, man, and you got my line. I got your line. We locked in, nigga. We locked in. It's over. We locked in for life.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I appreciate you, man, for coming through. You know, on the show, man. Blessing the show. I can't wait for this episode to go up, man.
You know, it was a pleasure that you invited me. You know what I'm saying? I was quick to say, yeah, I'm on my way.
I appreciate it.
Just tell me when. I'm gonna be there on time. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you call, I'm gonna be here.
You know what, Jim? You know what? I know you don't drink. You could put it as a trophy. You could put it as a trophy at your house. I'm giving you this here.
Yes. Look at that, what a blessing that came along with it.
This here. This is,
what a blessing that came along with it.
Put that big boy.
You hold this big blessing up. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes.
Only certain people
this family. All right. I very much appreciate this.
You feel what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, man. You a whole lot.
Hey.
I don't know. This will be here, you know, for time after time after time.
You go ahead and just put it. You can put it wherever you want to put it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, but I appreciate you.
Bottle,
I appreciate you, man. I really do.
I really appreciate you,
man. Most definitely, man.
I appreciate you.
It's all it's always organic. It's all real, man. It's all from the heart.
Family,
and also to you. You know what I'm saying? To your fellas, man. Please, man, just appreciate y'all too for coming through.
Right.
And everybody, man, it's all love, man. Yo!
I would like to give a shout out to.
Let him give a shout out.
Give a shout out to First Genetic Labs. You know, for giving me allowing me to market their products. You know what I'm saying? And help me build my body stronger. You know, toner, define. You know what I'm saying? I noticed, a little different. I've been taking it going on about a month now, right? And I noticed a little increase, in muscle mass, definition, separation, I appreciate that. I appreciate all my fans. and all my haters, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it.
They
gotta
very
appreciate
much
them
important too, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They gonna come around one day full circle, you know, and for whatever reason, you know, I hope whatever I might have did wrong, I hope they forgive me. But I'm approachable and I'm here to make it right. You know what I'm saying? I got no problem with it.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm quick to admit that I'm wrong, you know, and apologize and, you know, remorse, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I know some things you can't take back, but I'm always here to try to make it right, if possible. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
That's how I am.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Bless it.
Bless.
You.